Yo, I'm BlueskyBeatz and you're watching Groovisionary.
Yeah, it all started in high school, meeting a friend of mine, which told me everything about the culture, and I was back then into basketball playing, so I was also into a context where hip-hop music is almost intrinsic of that culture many times. But I was a lot ignorant about many things, and this guy really showed me. He told me about groups like Dan Clan and Run DMC and Public Enemy, and that was really the jump start of everything. And then it came in another guy, a friend of mine, and created this group, this rap group, but the thing never went on, and going ahead with my stuff and by myself, and I decided to start making beats, to have some real control about that flowing of ideas and inspiration. I wanted really to create my thing, and that was the start of all, and from there I never stopped. So, well, talking about sampling, that is really my thing. Sampling, it's the fucking thing, yeah. I would say my ear for sampling is, I would say late 60, but more like the first years of 70s, especially I would say 72, 74, sometimes 78. These are sweet spots. You can find many stuff which are great shit if it's not great, from soul music, funk music, jazz music, and also I would definitely say soundtracks. I'm from Italy, so I cannot say the names of people like Piero Piccioni, and the Italian movie history got so much beautiful soundtracks, and wow, I would say also France has got many gems. I would say people like Gabor Szabo, and people like Serge Gainsbourg. I may mispronounce his name. I don't like too much to sampling from 80s stuff, even from soul. I sampled a lot folk music, both European folk music like hippie style, those kind of things from East Europe. There are so much gems there. A lot of soul, 70s soul, a lot of jazz, and as I said, a lot of soundtracks. Beautiful love songs from the soul, some cool, relaxed jazz playing, roads, those kind of stuff, or those mystery, kind of like misty soundtracks or dramatic ones, and ultra sad music and compositions. That's really my lane. I don't always sample from songs. I also sample a lot from sample packs, also splice. I use splice, and there is no real dogma about that. It's not important where you bring your music from. You select it, and you rearrange it, you change it, you make it your own. That's the only thing. Yeah, it really all depends. I may do my drums in whatever way, whatever style, and there is really no strict way of doing it. If you want to know my secret sauce about drums, I would say Many times it can be, you can use loops, drum loops, you can use breaks, you can chop breaks, you can chop drum loops, you can rearrange them, you can blend drum loops or with some one shot from a roll-up fill, snares to fill up and spicy the drum loop. If you want to recreate that kind of swing like Dilla, those kind of stuff, both you can play stuff out and then edit them in the MIDI sequences. You just make those tiny movements of change. Play also with the velocity. Velocity can be many times useful to create dynamism, and also it creates a kind of swing per se by itself. So also applying the velocity to the hi-hat patterns. Select the snare pattern and just move it a little bit, tiny movement to the left, a little bit, just tiny, and that creates that anticipation of the rhythm. And also you can make your hi-hat, maybe if it's played out manually it's the better thing, I would say, but also try to move always a tiny bit, a little bit, just tiny movements, really tiny. Set that to the left, to the right. Yeah, about gears, I would say everything started with the Reason 5, and I used it for many years. Then I passed to FL Studio, but never felt too much comfortable with it, and then ultimately I came to Ableton, and it was the final destination for me. Basically, as you can see here, I have an Akai MPK Mini and a Korg Mini. Play stuff out with the keyboard of my laptop. This is an option for beatmakers to use, and I would say you can do great stuff with that too. Also, because many times pads, so to say, are even a lot comfortable to use. Done stuff many times only with my mouse, just writing things out on my sequencer, MIDI sequencer. So for a while, an SP404. Last year I bought a machine, MK3, and that was a fun toy to buy.